a serious topic about prejudice and racism in Perth, Australia, and Australia, but more importantly today in Perth, Australia. Um, I am in a wheelchair and I'm like half black, half white, half black, and in a wheelchair. And when I was little, you grow up with saying you can do anything, you can be anything you want to be. But as you get older, you start to realize that that isn't always true. Um, and it really can get you down. I found the older I get, the more prejudice and barriers get put up in front of me. Because I'm not totally white, but mainly because I'm in a wheelchair, people tend to think you can't do anything or whatever, and it is somewhat frustrating, and it's quite hurtful sometimes that happens. And what I find is that the more you try and push back and say, yeah, I can do something, the more people push back at you and say, no, you can't. And some people flat out don't even want to talk to you once they know you're in a wheelchair. That's happened to me multiple times over the last year or two. They can be and it's hard because if you're talking to someone and you can sense it. You can sense that they don't want to talk to you. They don't even want to say hi. You can be going past someone and they just give you this look of, damn, he's a freak. They don't even know you, but that's what they do. And I found that that most of the time it comes from adults. I'd say from 25 and older, they just really shut you down. They don't even want to get to know you. And it's bad for when you want to do something or even become simple friends with someone of that age bracket, 25 and up. Now, I will say not everyone, but in my experience, and this is no lie, in my experience, it's been like, I'd say 80% of people. 80% of people, 25 and up, sort of look at you strangely out of the corner of their eye thinking, this guy's strange. And they treat you like it's something, being in a wheelchair, being disabled is something that you chose for your life. They look at you like, okay, this dude, he chose to be in a wheelchair. I didn't choose to be in a wheelchair. I didn't choose not to be able to walk. Many times over my life, I would have given anything to be able to walk. Sometimes I still do. When someone gets me down, I'm like, okay, I wish I could walk. And other times I'm like, no, I'm happy. Because it's all I've ever known is not to walk. But I just want to make this video to make people aware that prejudice and racism is well and truly alive in Australia on many levels. But I just want to make this about me and my experience, even just trying to make friends. The other day I spoke to someone and they were cool with it, but they were below 25, and I really find that that's the trend, is that people 25 and up, they have this preconceived idea about someone being in a wheelchair, being disabled, and it's totally wrong, but you can't convince them otherwise. They just have it set that that's it, and it's really, really bad. And I guess it's how they were brought up, by their parents, not to like coloured people or not to like disabled people. Disabled people are weird, they can't do anything, can't talk, can't walk, whatever they have in their brain, you can't shift that, you can't move it. So then what do? So you know, the other day I met this cool guy. He's like, as I said, under 25, so, and he was cool with it, and we just had the best time. And I'm sure if he sees this video, I'm not going to say his name, but he'll know who he is. And I really appreciate that. And that showed me that definitely what I've been thinking over the last couple of years or a year or two is that is right. It's the bracket of 25 and up. And again, not everyone, but from my experience lately over the last year or so, I'd say 90% of people of that age bracket. And what do you do? And I want you to comment down below what you think, you know, could be done to reverse this situation, because I don't know. You know, it's hard to shift people's minds about how they were brought up and what they think about disabled people. You know, and again, when you're young, you're told you can do anything. You know, people are good, and I don't think you should necessarily, when you're disabled and in a wheelchair, you should be brought up being told that can happen. You also should be told of, you know, people out there, because if you're not, as you get older and you find it, it can be hard to deal with, and that's what I've found. But you know, it's good to be positive and all that, but you've also got to have reality. And I think maybe people don't want to know the reality of the situation. And the reality of the situation is there's so much prejudice out there. There is so much prejudice. And I know I'm talking over and over, but I just wanted to get this video done. It's been on my mind for a while, and I just decided to do it today. Just to get it over with. Again, I want my YouTube channel to be full of positivity and fun, but I just really wanted to make this video. Really want to make this video, so now it's done. But again, comment down down below and tell me what you think could be done. And it would tell me if you're in a wheelchair or whatever, or of colour, and tell me what your experiences are, and we can match them up and talk about it if you so wish. Okay, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't like it, I don't care, you can still give it a thumbs up. But yeah, I just want to have a big shout out to the guy I spent the day with the other day. If he watches this video, I think he'll know who he is, and I just want to say thank you very much, and I know we'll hang out again soon. Thanks. Bye.